All right, we are back. We are going to see the number 3 BC team, Vendetta, taking on the number 4 team out of Manitoba, Zeal. And kind of an interesting thing here, Zeal being in the 4th position, normally they teeter between 3 and 2. But we've seen a couple shakeups in the past in Manitoba, so...
Interesting.
Yeah. Also, shout out to Sean Oko. Have not seen him. He's on the Zeal team. He's always been on the Zeal team, but have not seen him at Nationals in a few years, so it's nice to finally see him get out of the house.
Awesome.
Yeah.
It's always good to see some older players get back on the court.
Legacy players.
I don't believe in retirement. I don't know what that is. That's something for your job, not for dodgeball. So I mean, like,
Let's at least call them legacy players instead of just like, hey, you're old. Like, I know, I hear it every time I stand up. And there's that whistle. Zeal, huge opening rush there. And, yep, just as we saw it happen, Gonzalez goes out.
All right, well, yeah, I got to start putting some names to faces here. Can't really see the numbers from this part of the court.
Pop fly taken out. And that was DeMello. That's one thing you're going to see from Zeal is they are a jumpy team. Like, you were going to see them get some huge air during these games. Like, they are definitely a jump dodge team.
I guess I didn't really notice that specifically. I was reffing one of their matches against Future, actually, and that was just kind of a lot of back and forth.
Yeah.
A lot of athleticism in a lot of different ways. That doesn't surprise me at all.
Yeah, we're definitely going to see that from Denham Dubuque. He's definitely like an up-down guy. Like, he will pancake as much as he gets up in the air. Like, and he can, clear the height of at least 2 small children stacked on each other.
Wow. Love to see it. Makes
like,
the game so much more entertaining.
Like, not as tall as I am, but like he gets at least 2 toddlers high.
2 toddlers. It's our new unit of measurement.
We're getting close to the end of
the U.S. and Canada have recently been convened to work on this new system.
Fenwick with a couple nice clean blocks there going after Oko. Oko stays in, looks a little bit rattled off of that shot there from the Vendetta player, Davey.
Yeah, and I'm fairly familiar with Vendetta. I've been able to play against them several times across the Tournament of Champions, which is actually an 8.25 tournament up in Vancouver and Surrey. It's a fun rule set, very different style of dodgeball, but what's wild is the pace of play that tournament actually kind of invokes, because every ball is being counted when you pick it up. So you have 10 seconds as soon as you pick up a ball to throw it, which incentivizes a lot of activity.
Yeah, and the difference here is 10 seconds once burden is established for a team.
It's much more easy to control that pace of play, I would say. And what ends up happening in that scenario is that it just becomes faster and faster and faster the more competitive it gets.
Looks like Oko got tapped out on the hands there just after Shane Willem was eliminated. So Vendetta slowly picking away at the Zeal team, but we've got Dubuque, and I just cursed him.
As we commentators do.
And so we just have Amador left now for the Zeal team, but I mean, he's got some catching skills, he's got some throwing skills. Zeal definitely loved to hug that back line. And we're going to see a lot of shots there from that, and he's going to go for him.
That is something I noticed watching them earlier, was that they were very willing to throw from distance, and were doing it effectively.
Honestly, though, like, there's a lot of lanky guys on that team, so they have the wingspan to do it.
I mean, yeah, that's a huge factor. Just having that kind of length in your arm really lets you send the ball. It's obviously a skill in itself, but...
There was another player from Manitoba where he was very tall, but we had to like reset our home lines because it was said that he had the wingspan of a condor, and we definitely see that a lot with the Zeal players too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
The wingspan of a condor. I like it.
Because originally it was you have to, and it's just the ball needs to come past the activation line.
Oh, yeah.
So for him, if there's that condor coming in, all he had to do is basically, arch his hand over from the center line. It was like, all right, it's active.
And then just airdrop it.
Yeah, pretty much. So they changed up that rule set. Nice big rush there from the Zeal side going after Vendetta.
Really fast on that rush itself, but the feed was bobbled, unfortunate.
Gonzalez managing to stay in this time though, so yeah.
They'll probably appreciate that.
Honestly, there's a couple players that will definitely make those sacrifice runs and stay up at the line, but and then their team doesn't get the catch. They don't get a lot of play time that they want, and they have the talent, so let them stay. Ooh, Vo going out.
Well, looks like he was trying to posture for a catch there at the last second. Just kind of got caught a little too upright for 2 balls coming at him.
I would say Mark Holzer and Aaron McEwen are probably the newest additions to the Zeal team. The rest are all legacy players. Nice big shot there from Oko. One thing you're going to see with the Zeal side, Oko basically lives in that left guard position.
Okay. Well, yeah, I can see what you meant by that, the length, using that length to really send the ball. The caveat to that is that it comes with a lot of wind-up, effectively. You really take time to build up that throw because you need to extend your arm all the way back and out and then carry that through your throw. It makes it, I guess, fairly obvious. You see it coming, but, man, you get effect out of doing that. So if you can set yourself up, you can set your teammates up, I can see how that would make for a good dodgeball team.
I will say, though, like, very protective on that back line, though, but you know, we are seeing Vendetta out of BC, so, you know, they have a lot of the same play style as some of the other teams from that region, and they got a lot of hard arms going on there, so they can definitely take their time with their throws, but they have, like, that deadly accuracy, so.
Yeah, Vendetta able to claim that first set. Just kind of slow and steady. I kind of describe that as their game. They are explosive. They will take some, I guess, I don't know if cheeky is the word I would use, but bold counters. And they will do it. They'll do it effectively.
Fenwick going for a block, but it goes just over the ball and right into the shoulder.
You got to be wary with them.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. Like, I mean, looking at Anderson, I wouldn't expect him to be capable of being so explosive, but that's what he'll do, match in and match out.
And Wilmot going out now, so it's just Gonzalez and Dubuque left. Some of the original Manitoba players. Oh, geez. Toe tapper on Anderson. That's going to be point on the board now for Zeal. I can definitely see this playing out as a bit of a... You know, I said it on the other court, and I just forgot the word for it.
To me, it seems almost like a stylistic
catch and
battle.
release.
Catch and release.
Catch and release. You know, they're both very mindful about their ball control. So, you know, it's coming back, it's coming in, it's coming back, it's coming in terms of who's going to have that majority there.
Okay. Well, yeah, I think both of these teams have like a way that they want to play. They have a kind of a personality, if you will. And I think
Oko with a big jump there, trying to get some air, and he does get tapped out in the legs. Sorry about that.
No worries. I think their personality will kind of like naturally conflict. So it'll be interesting to see kind of which one becomes more constant, more present.
I think we're going to see a lot more agility from the Zeal side, but we're going to see a lot of harder throws from the Vendetta side, and that was on Malika there, but luckily Davey manages to stay in. Very close to it, though. He was very close to it. Going for Holzer, and Holzer goes out.
Anderson quickly making a case for himself for the VC MVP of the match, using that arm to full effect.
Oh yeah, don't forget to vote. Gonzalez with a nice low block, and then Wilmot follows up after they take their shot on Gonzalez. Smart move, very smart. And then, of course, we've got Dubuque, who is one of the veterans, one of the first Team Canada players, too. But he does get caught out by Davey.
Yeah, Davey seems to have a knack for doing that. I played against him enough to kind of be wary.
Clean block by Gonzalez, takes a shot at Fenwick, and it pops right off him.
Straight to the chest.
Yeah, Gonzalez has a hard arm on him.
You must if you're going to put it on that part of somebody's body.
I don't think Fenwick was expecting it off of the retreat there.
I mean, that's fair. It's it seems to be a characteristic of Zeal is that they really do like to be kind of explosive off that back line, but they don't show it. You know, that's what I mean by explosive. It's not like they're going to just charge you down. They're just going to kind of let you relax in the throwing, and then they're just going to rip one at you when they feel like it.
Wilmot with a nice clean dodge there, getting low out of the way. 4 balls in hand now for Zeal, taking the shot over at the Vendetta side, just sending that one over. Again, we're seeing that catch and release. You know, they're not gonna throw away too many balls because they want to keep that control on the court. But those follow-ups from the Zeal side seem to be working against the Vendetta side.
Yeah, who do you have on that right corner? Was it
Wilmont.
Wilmont. He's impressed me. Wow, great cross.
And a bit of a spin there as he goes out. So
3-on-1 now.
And Gonzalez with,
oh, wow.
First one was a clean block.
So we're seeing some back and forth here. First point to Vendetta, second point to Zeal, and third point to Vendetta again. It's really kind of almost a tug of war. Both teams are just trying to like get ahead and hold that lead, but neither team's letting them run away with it.
I think we got about 5 minutes still in the first half.
Well, and we haven't seen that rush really work out to Zeal's potential.
Ooh.
There we go. That's what I was expecting.
Nice shot from Holzer.
I don't know if Vendetta really has an answer to that other than falling to a defensive rush. Zeal's just that fast.
Honestly, I think something I kind of want to see is Vendetta coming up to the line, staying at the line and countering the shots that Zeal wants to take. Like Young with a great couple follow-ups there, going after Holzer, dropping his ball, but getting good and out of the way. Like that's the agility they need to bring into it to take on a team like Zeal. They need to match. Ooh, unfortunately, Holzer loses the grip on the ball and throws it down. And Oko gets eliminated.
Just takes it right back. He was just giving it up so they could do that.
They're just letting you borrow it.
Can you give me this back in a second?
Ewan coming up to take a shot. Looks like he is trying to play that psych game against Young. So coming up to the line, ready to take those shots. Going for Vo. Vo managing to get out of the way. Love the aggression from Young because the Zeal looks like they're pretty slow on the retreat after that one. Trying to keep Vendetta pushed at the back line. Wilmot takes a shot.
Interesting. There's a lefty in there playing their left corner now. Oh, what a catch.
McEwen with a huge clutch catch. That was the southpaw you were talking about, right?
Yeah. It's impressive. Like, at this stage in the day, I mean, these guys are still throwing really hard. Like, it's impressive that they have the stamina to do that.
Yes. I think they started a bit later in the day, too.
Oh, true. But that's the composure for players like that to just kind of put their body behind the ball and absorb that catch.
Oh, yeah, and Zeal is definitely a full body throwing team. That sounds. And that's Maduka going out.
And point answered again. We're now tied up 2-2. Starting to consider these VC MVPs of the match. We're coming up on halftime here in about 30 seconds. They're going to get the rush started, or no, they're going straight into no block, it looks like.
Yeah, there wasn't enough time on the clock. Anything under 45 seconds and you get a no block automatically.
Gotcha.
It's just no point. It just wastes time.
I mean, yeah, there's the argument to be had for like having an opportunity on the rush, I guess. But I mean, I think the whole point of no block is to like play the no block.
You know, I think it makes more sense to just like if you have less than 30 seconds on the clock, we're just going to go into a no block because then teams can take their time and run it with trying to line up the balls, so they can immediately go into that force the no block situation. So you might as well just start in the no block.
Yeah. Well, and you have a limited opportunity to play no block. It's usually a sudden death scenario, so it's like, why not make the most of that kind of?
Exactly. It's just a matter of teams like, you know, wasting time trying to figure out that strategy and everything. You know, getting to that lineup. I think that's probably why they wanted to eliminate that. It's a smart move, though. I kind of like how it goes in there with 30 seconds left. Speaking of which.
Whoa. Really counter-aggressive from the Zeal side. Maybe making an adjustment now they're approaching, or I guess now that we're in the no block.
We did see a lineup change. Now we've got Element on the court. Haven't seen him play yet this game, so Wilmot taking up that position on the guard, and Element going for a catch, not able to make it.
Well, I think I'm going to nominate Wilmot as one of our VC MVPs. Anyone else on the Zeal side that stands out to you? All right, looks like we're going to nominate Eric
McEwen.
McEwen, oh, that
And
makes sense.
Real Wilmot.
It's phonetic, very phonetic.
Yes.
From the Zeal side. And honestly, I don't know, from the Vendetta side, they're pretty well balanced. They've been executing well as a team.
I mean, Vo had that nice big clutch catch.
He did. I remember Davey snagging a big catch as well. And Anderson was ripping that throw pretty effectively to start.
Ooh, yeah, Stop making it hard.
I know. These balanced teams, man. It's like they don't want anyone to stand out.
Wilmot slowly working away at the Vendetta side. He's staying up at the line, and he is just throwing those balls.
Well
honestly, like he had them in hand. He goes up, and he was just whipping. Whip it good.
It's that point of the day. Let's see.
I mean, if you can't have fun at dodgeball, where can you?
All right, I think I'm going to nominate Anderson.
Ooh, I like that. I like that.
On the Vendetta side, would you say Vo would be your choice?
I think it's between Mollica and Vo.
Ooh, Mollica's a good point. He was doing some work on that right corner.
He was.
And he's kind of that type of player where he's sort of like quiet and just poised and waiting. He's like a panther kind of lurking over there, just waiting to bite your head off. And he does that. That's what happens. You kind of forget he's there, and then all of a sudden he's like, oh, yeah, I hit your foot. Bye. Like, okay, thanks, guy.
He's the Team Panther. I love that.
Who are you?
Yeah, I gotta say my vote would probably be for Mollica.
All right, let's do it.
All right. So there we go. We've got those 4 names in. We're going to see that vote coming up on the chat very shortly.
And who knows what happens in this second half.
Zeal decides to give me a wave like, hey. And then they're going to replay this game later and be like, yeah, we're kind of over her. Ooh, nice big up there. Wilmot catches it, but we don't know if it was a catch. And he's just staying there with the ball in hand like, let the ref tell me.
Well, yeah, I kind of missed that sequence there as I was setting something down. There's a pop-up. I take it off the rush.
And not a catch, so Wilmot goes out.
Unfortunate. So we're down 3 players off the start.
Yeah, and they reset at that back line. Balls have to lay on the court as they were in play, so, Zeal does have to rush for the balls that they didn't have in their possession that were lying on their side of the court. They come up and take them, but they do have those 4, so they are, in that advantage position with the burden against Vendetta holding them at the back line. And we see Chartier on the court now. Haven't seen him in a while.
Number 5 in the middle here?
Yes. They don't have any names on their jerseys. Those.
I think. Are they? They're there. There's purple. It's purple on black.
It is purple. Oh my God, it is.
You're not colorblind. It's just hidden. Ooh, look at that curve from DeMello there.
Honestly, I love that post from Chartier. He does get the line-out call, but, he lands in the old Burt Reynolds and Playgirl.
Let me just chill here for a minute. Let you admire.
Honestly, though, like...
Why not? I'm down here anyway.
He knows where that camera is.
I'm impressed. This has really been back and forth here. Now tied up again, 3-3. Starting to see, I think, Vendetta kind of show their teeth a little bit. Mm-hmm. It's kind of their nature. They kind of play sort of passive and quiet and then start to kind of do what they're capable of throughout the match.
Oh, McEwen.
Oh, did he drop that? Oh,
no,
man.
he caught it, but then he got tapped out in the head.
That was quite a dive not to catch.
No, he definitely caught it, but then that counter takes him out in the forehead.
I think the ref's going to discuss it here, make sure they're certain of what all happened.
I mean, it looked like a catch to me.
I think I lost sight of the ball. It looked like he grabbed it. I just don't know if they can establish control.
I think he had his arms up. Like, he had it.
Oh, checking with their line refs as well.
Okay, wow.
Oh, the thrower. Maybe there was another debate as to who threw the ball and what followed.
I mean, I think we know what the thrower is going to say. Like, no, man, I hit him. Take him out.
And maybe one of those awkward debates of, did the ball hit the player's hands and the floor first, or the floor first and then the hands? But he really dove out for it. So unless the ball somehow bounced right before he made contact, that would mean he's safe. But if not, it's a high impact swing of, it's not just he's safe, now it's instead he caught that and the thrower's out. So it makes it difficult on the refs to kind of lean into that decision if they don't feel certain one way or the other.
Yeah.
That would typically be my best reason for bringing the players or captains into that huddle, to kind of ask them what they thought happened, at least to get perspective.
And we've, again, got Chartier just chilling on the court there.
Looks like they're calling it safe, so maybe or no, players out, right? Yeah,
he
yeah.
still got hit out, but
okay.
I think the catch was good. And Oko goes out. Just skimmed him.
Oh, Vendetta doing a great job of pressuring off their back corners, really funneling those throws from Zeal down those lines rather than letting them pick and choose their target.
I will say that that's probably going to be a thing for Oko, is while he does play very well at the provincial level, he hasn't been to the event formerly known as Nationals Club Championships in a while. So I think that might be a little bit of, I think he might be just a little bit rusty, unfortunately.
Yeah, a little bit of an adjustment, not necessarily a learning curve, but getting back into it. Dodgeball's grown since he's been back into this sort of competitive space.
Yeah, exactly.
It makes sense that it's not going to be exactly what he was used to back then.
Davey getting nice and low, going over him, unfortunately taking out Fenwick. We've got just Dubuque left on the court now, so we're going to see some fancy moves from him. Blocks it down, does hit the floor. I mean, he is a player who's going to use the entire court.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Like, look at that defensive pose.
Oh, got one on him?
They still got him though, but I mean, like, just the way, like,
Yeah.
he's a tall dude.
Yeah.
And just the way he was able to, like, curl up like a pill bug.
Well, it's literally slid just to kind of extend the spacing of the throws coming at him, because he had 4 throwers coming at him, and then using 2 blocking balls at the same time, but also compacting his body. Like, that's a lot, and it's a skill for sure.
Again, there's that legacy status coming in.
Gotta love players that are willing to do that much and be that active trying to make a play. You know, we've seen kind of the opposite of that as Dodgeball's kind of trended into more competitive levels.
Yeah.
Kind of learning how to, like, not necessarily turtle up in the corner, but, you know, put up your shield, kind of like make it really difficult for your opponent to be able to put a ball on you just by making yourself small.
And Dubuque's always been like a super bouncy guy.
Yeah, exactly. A lot of people just can't do that. That's the thing.
No, and like the level that he does it at, and the amount of time that he's kept it up for is just mind-boggling to me, to be perfectly honest. Admirably mind-boggling.
Well, and the best part is that he's got a team around him that supports it. That's what makes this possible. Zeal is a pretty strong team from what I can tell, and it's because they all like to play this way.
Again, like, they don't change up their roster very often, so they don't have to communicate too much when they're on the court. Goes into Chartier's knees there, but it looks like Holzer manages to stay alive. Still got the full lineup of 6 for the Vendetta side. Play call being made by Davey, and it's a 1-2. They are going for Amador and Wilmot. Good job from the ball retrievers there.
Yeah, shout out to all the ball retrievers today. One of those elements of the teamwork that we need at this sort of competitive space. We're allowed to have 3 ball retrievers per side, per team.
Honestly, that makes the most sense strategically. Like, the amount of hustle that those ball retrievers have to put in. Like, no, you just got to put one on every corner, but props to the one having to do the back of the court.
Yeah,
hustle.
It's work.
That's how to get your steps in.
for real. And you know, you're still coming with your knee pads on, right? You're sliding around. You're doing all the athletic things that you would be doing on the court. You're still chasing the ball around.
Honestly, that ball retriever that they have for the Zeal side on the back side, on the back end of the court, he's not rostered. He is just literally the official ball retriever for Zeal. So. All right, and we have the players of the match up in the chat, so make sure you get your votes in for them.
How much time do we have on the clock now? Looks like we're coming under 5 minutes here. About 4.5 left.
Yeah, just enough time to get your votes in for player of the game.
Yeah, very close match. We haven't seen anything crazy happen so far in the second half.
Nice clean block there from McEwen. Again, like I said, that catch and release. You know, they got that burden. They take the burden back. They're being very cautious about their throws.
Ooh, there's
Nice.
that lefty.
The counter shot there from Dubuque.
Hard dodge to the left and just steps into his throwing stance and let it rip. Uses that left side throw to kind of curl the ball the opposite way and does it again.
He had a nice curve on that one, so it takes out Vo. Vo looked like he was going for a catch, and it just kind of spun in his arms and then off the side of the rim in basketball terms.
Well, yeah, and that's the benefit of that left-sided curl. Vo looked prepared for that. He was receding. He had his body squared to the throw, hands up, but he was anticipating, likely through muscle memory, that the ball would curve the other way.
Oh my gosh, another throw from Dubuque there. He takes him out. They counter on Dubuque after he takes that player out and then gets a catch.
Beautiful.
Wow.
And now we're tied up 4-4 with 3.5 minutes left.
And he does that in the second half, so we can't vote for him now. Don't forget, that player of the match.
He just doesn't want the fame, guys. I'm sorry. That's for tomorrow.
And it looks like Dubuque has to tie his shoe. Manages to stay in. Nice big air as he gets out of the way. We see Amador coming up to the line there with Holzer. They're trying to, it looks like there's a ball kind of in no man's land. They're trying to get it. It's so close to that center line. They're not able to reach for it, but they are guarding it, trying to bait Vendetta into coming up and getting that ball. And Wilmot manages to finally pass it over. Nice clean block down there from Vendetta.
Yeah, Wilmot is really, he's got like a poise in the way he throws. He gets to the line and almost kind of like slows himself down as a way of like feeling out what his opponent might be doing.
He's
and
very
then
zen.
Accelerates into that quick release, and he's got a little bit of a finesse on it that seems to drop the ball.
He's a very intuitive player.
Yeah, it seems like it, and it's impressive because of how consistent he is with it.
Yeah.
It's not like he's just doing it and trying and seeing what happens. He's making that work for himself on a regular basis.
And the thing with him is like he does not have a lot of facial expressions unless like he gets one of those clutch catches, so he is a very hard to read player.
Yeah, and that may be part of that tactic of kind of like
Yeah.
slowing himself down, being more stoic in that moment before you decide to throw. It's almost like putting on a blank face, and it's like, am I going to throw? Maybe, I don't know. Like it's
Nice air from the Vendetta side after McEwen takes that shot on the guard. Just 2 players left now for Vendetta. We've got 1:45 on the clock, and almost sends it into my laptop again.
Yeah, they got some time to work with here. Even if they lose this, they can go into the no block and potentially tie the match.
Love the footwork on that jump out of the way there from the Vendetta player, and that's Malika.
I don't know if that's their intent here. In a 2v5, how would you approach this? Do you think it's worth really slugging this out to the no block to try to win in the 2v5? Or is it better to kind of just accelerate play and move on to the next set whether you win or lose?
I think it makes more sense for them to play it out. Like we are at a 4v4 right now. Dubuque going out. Oh, no, he does block it, but he goes head over feet. Sometimes, like, the way he just, like, even recovers it going head over feet there.
Well, yeah, he's just throwing his body around like you were saying. It's
He's
impressive.
made out of rubber. So, yeah, it looks like it is going to go into no block now. We are going to see 2 full lines. So, they do manage to peck them off right at the last moment there for the Zeal side. I think Vendetta... Honestly, we can see Vendetta tying it up, and I think it makes more sense for them to have that full line against Zeal.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I was curious, because I think the 2-on-5 is like just hard enough to where it's like, I'm not real confident that we're going to be able to play this out.
Yeah, like, is it worth it?
Especially once it goes to no block. I think that really puts a lot of pressure on those 2 players. They have to do something other than, survive. They have to make a catch.
Yeah, exactly. You need that catch, and then, the way that Zeal has been throwing those balls, like, they're very trick shots. So you don't know if that catch is going to happen or not. And Holzer.
There's Molika again, doing his thing. Panther in the bush.
Holzer goes out.
All right, setting up for the no block now.
I think they had to reset, but they were already in no block, maybe? Well, you know how Calgary is famous for their Chinooks. We've already got some interference on the on the stream there. Bit of a snowstorm. I mean, honestly, I'm glad it happened because I might have said something really stupid about where that Vendetta player got eliminated.
That's how the world takes care of us.
Yeah.
No, you shouldn't say that.
No.
Here's some great noise.
All right, so we see that ball coming in now. 4 in hand. Vendetta trying to run him, but trick shot. McEwen right at the last second, just a tap on the shoulder.
Like Nation making a case for himself.
Honestly,
here,
like,
just
that's
in
the thing. Zeal makes a lot of Hail Mary preemptive throws.
I mean, it's the thing though. It's like if you do it that often, is it really a Hail Mary? It's the only way you throw it.
I mean, considering, you know, if you want to play strategically, taking that shot can sometimes earn you the ire of your fellow teammates. But obviously there is that level of trust there that they can get away with it. While not being taken out.
It's kind of the live and die by it effect, right? Like it can make you great, but it can also be a detrimental mistake for a team.
I think taking a lot of those pre-counters there, like, you know, again, it whittles them down to a 2v2 situation, but also like losing that ball that you might need 1-2, and he is out. And so it's just the one player left now for Vendetta, and he is going for McEwen.
That bounce first. That ball dropped so hard.
Going for Amador, and then McEwen with that counter just takes him out, and that's going to be the win. It was that ties it up. We are going to see this end in a tie. No, sorry, Zeal got a point before, so we are going to see it 6-4 now. So Zeal does take the win on there. Honestly, great job. And then we are going to see one more game.
One more.
And then everyone gets to go home and come back and do it all tomorrow. We're going to see Reckless versus Vibes.
That should be a fun match.
Thanks so much for joining us, and we will see you shortly. You get to stay here, though.
Yep.
All right, so I am here with the Vendetta player, number 22, Malika. You are the player of the match. How do you think that went for you?
You know, I would have loved to have had that last hit at the end there, but I mean, we played hard. You know, it was a fun time. Yeah.
Honestly, your footwork is absolutely outstanding, and that's why I think a lot of people voted for you. What do you do to train for that kind of stuff?
A lot of burpees, a lot of side-to-side movement, and a lot of yelling from my coaches. Yeah.
That's great to hear. Is there anyone at home that you want to give a shout out to?
Absolutely. Helen, Alice, Wendy, and all the family back home. Thank you so much for watching and for cheering us on all the time. I got 2 daughters at home and my wife, so thank you guys.
So, I mean, you guys have been doing an absolutely fantastic job today. You guys have a lot of hard throws. How do you think that's going to take into account for tomorrow with your games? Are you going to change up your strategy at all?
I mean, we've been playing a system that we really like, and I think it caters to our strengths. And as long as everybody, you know, gets a good night's sleep and some recovery tonight for tomorrow, I think we should go, you know, come into it pretty strong. Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, thank you so much. I will let you get on with it so you can get that rest. And back to commentary.